Hello, Patreon.
I clapped.
It was nice, yeah.
Hello, Patrons.
I call them Patreons, you call them patrons, so...
My name's Harriet Kemsley.
My name is Neil Patil.
Say that again?
It's Neil Patil.
Sunil Patil.
Have you ever pronounced it like that?
The only person that pronounces my name correctly is Hugh Davies. He says Sunil,
Oh, yeah.
and he makes an effort to say it like that. Whereas
But-
you...
Sometimes we call you Sneal. That's really fun.
No, Kate Lucas calls me that.
Sneal, yeah.
I call you Harriot.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really thought about that before. Why?
My phone autocorrected. Didn't change it from Harriot to Harriet, and it stayed as Harriot for ages.
Great.
Harriet.
Great. Have you been?
I've been great, actually. Been doing a lot, pretty
Quite
busy.
dishevelled.
Yeah, it's because my beard trim has now grown out, and it just looks a bit more messy.
But your hair as well, like...
Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. It's been windy out there. It's been fucking windy as fuck. You know, I'm just a sort of rugged, windy
there's a few
guy.
autumn leaves stuck in there. I think.
I got a leaf down my back the other day,
No way.
and then I took my coat off, and then there's a leaf in my bedroom now.
What? We just left it there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been pretty busy with that kind of stuff.
Big picture things, yeah.
No, I've been. I was in Shoreham on Sea.
Oh, yeah.
Another seaside visit
Yes.
where I had to
Did you go on the
do.
sea?
No, I had to do an
Oh, you had your Folkestone
excruciating.
visit and now you had your Shoreham visit, yeah.
While I was filming, I had to pretend to do some street magic.
I can't wait to see this.
I don't know if any listeners live in Shoreham, but I was doing street magic there. A few weeks ago, and it was basically
What a treat for people.
it was excruciating. It was filmed in this town square, basically, or like the main centre of the town, just in front of the War Memorial, and I had to be a magician with a full cape and a hat, and I had to pretend to cut my arm off, and then people started booing me. But they didn't run it. But all the cameras were hidden, so they couldn't see it was being filmed. They just thought I was just
They were genuinely booing.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I had to go and do it again, and failed to do the trick again. I had to do a long speech about Egypt and like.
And people turned on
the
you. They
origins
actually booed.
No, the first time round I did it, I said, "Sorry, trick's over. I've got to go. I can't finish it off." And they went boo, and a lot of them started booing. And then I went back into the building where the director was, and he said, "Yeah, great. So if we just go and do that again."
You had to go back out there again.
So I had to go back out there again and say, "Right, anyone want to see me do a magic trick?" And some of the people were still there, and they were like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
We just saw you. You're shit.
And then I did it again, and they didn't boo, but the cameras picked up the faces, and there was genuine fury. Like they were so
You're
angry.
wasting their time. It's
Yeah, I was wasting their
annoying.
time. And in the middle of this final take, when I was walking off in a huff because I couldn't do the trick. I heard someone just say my name, and someone just went, "Sunil?" And I had to ignore it, and I was like, "Fuck, it's someone I know. They've just seen me dressed as a magician in public. They can't see there's cameras anywhere because they're all hidden, and I have to ignore them." And they just went, "Sunil," just like as if I was completely ignoring them, which I was. And I got back, and I turned around, and it was fucking Catherine Bohart on a day out in Shoreham, thinking I was being rude. Not only being rude and ignoring her, but also just doing a bit of magic on the side at
Dressed
the
as a
weekend.
magician,
Dressed
yeah.
as a magician in a street of a town.
It's stupid.
So I had to go out and explain myself, and yeah, it was it was an interesting weekend.
Can you actually do any magic?
No. We borrowed a guillotine off the former president of the Magic Circle.
Whoa.
This guy, he just lives on a farm making magic tricks.
Wow.
Yeah, so he lent us a guillotine, and we had a big backdrop. I had like loads of like Egyptian artifacts to put around. It's very odd. Anyway, it's very funny. It'll be out soon.
What was the quote you said about magicians? I
Magic,
liked it.
for those that... I can't remember it. I can't read it. I'm going to read it out. It's a good quote. Look on my Instagram if you want
It was like, if you don't believe in it, it's not for you, like something like that. Like,
That's it. It's trite phrase. I think it was like, for those that believe in it, no explanation is necessary. For those who
That's
don't...
a very you
quote.
quote.
For those who don't believe, no explanation will suffice. For those that do believe, no explanation is necessary.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I thought that was very you.
I just
that,
copy and pasted
quote.
that. I was looking for quotes about magic, and I
Yeah,
just copied and pasted it.
I just really liked it.
I don't think I understand it.
Okay.
No, I
Well,
do, yeah.
I got it.
What have you been up to?
we've had the builders in, which has been really good because I was trying to get the builders for like 6 weeks. Have I talked about this?
Yep.
Too much.
The builders, like, they seemingly just turn up when they want,
Yes.
leave at 4.
Well, he was gaslighting me because he was like, yeah, we'll come tomorrow, and then I'd be like, it's tomorrow, and then he'd be like, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, and then like this went on for 6 weeks, and then they were like, yeah, we'll be there tomorrow, and then they were there tomorrow.
Oh, right.
And then now they're there every day, from 8 a.m. and sometimes earlier till 4, and they've it's just, I think what's happened is I'm nesting because I'm pregnant, but they are destroying my nest. So it's a primal thing where it's very difficult not to feel very on edge.
But they are building your nest as well.
Yes, but they're tearing it down first.
What are they tearing down?
They took out all the tiles, they put out the bath, so like...
Oh, they're doing your
bath.
bathroom?
Yeah, so I didn't have... I managed to have a bath Monday night, and then I had a bath last night, and that's the only times I washed. And then it's like, there's like dirt everywhere.
That's
like,
2
dust.
baths in a week for Harriet.
Yeah, 2 bath Kemsley. And Sonny's like so dusty. Everything's just dusty. And then he was like, he put in the new bath and he was like, okay, I've made it so you can have a bath, but don't take the plastic off. So there's just like a plastic, like just plastic, like, you know, like a plastic cover.
Yeah.
But like cellophane.
Yeah.
So then you bath with the cellophane.
Are you joking?
But no, and I don't think that's good for a baby. And so
But you have to take the plastic off.
well, that's what I said. But then he said, no, keep the plastic on because then he's going to tile.
Oh, until he's done the tiling.
But then I had to bath with the plastic. And then some of it's loose, so it's like wafting plastic, like in the bath.
What about a shower?
We don't have a shower. They've got rid of the shower.
What
so
about
that's-
like a bucket and a cup of water to pour over yourself?
Bobby had to pour a cup over my head.
That's the original bathing method.
Yeah, so we've been doing that. There's also been disagreements about the tiles.
Why?
Well, because I ordered tiles, glossy pink mermaid tiles.
Oh God,
I ordered
that's just grim.
I ordered the tiles.
Yeah.
And then, look, let's just say me and Mike the Builder have very different styles, and that's become quite clear. We have different tastes.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have any input into the taste.
Well, this is but we like different things, but...
I think everyone likes different things to what you like.
Okay. Well, me and Mike particularly have very different tastes.
Right, okay.
He'd like me to have, like, 3 big tiles. I think also because that would make his life quite a lot easier if you only had to put on 3 tiles.
Yeah.
I've got these smaller tiles, but they're not really small. They're bigger than the ones that were there. But then I ordered these tiles, and the tiles were... And then he spent a day trying to put them up, and then he said they're all different shapes. So they've all been cut, but they're all different sizes.
Yeah.
So then he wasn't very happy about that. So then he was trying to push 3 big tiles. And then I was like, no, you know, like this is clearly just a bad batch of tiles. So then we had like a long discussion. Anyway, then I ordered more tiles. But he's going to freak out when he arrives because he doesn't know they look almost identical to the last tiles. So I think he's going to have flashbacks to the tiles before, but they are a different company. And anyway, the guy just tried to deliver the tiles and then... No, he left again.
I don't think growing up my family ever had the builders in.
Really?
Yeah, I think only after I left.
We constantly did because my parents, we moved every couple of years. My parents like did up places. So like we lived in like, building sites basically or... So it's quite, I think it's like a thing in you maybe that like some people buy places that are already done and then other people buy places and you're like...
No, it wasn't done. I think my dad just did a lot of it. Or like he'd be like...
Oh, he'd do it himself?
Not really. He did a shocking job of it, mate. He'd be like, oh, it looks like we need new radiators. So he managed to plumb the radiators in, but he'd had to remove all the carpets in the house to do it. And he was like, he'd be like pulling up the carpets. He'd be pulling up all the carpets and be like, don't worry, it'll come back down.
It's like having to take all your clothes off to cook.
I know, but then for 10 years we had just ripped up carpets because he just put them down badly. And he was like, yeah, that'll fucking do. So no, I think we always sort of like got away with it. We never really did like big, like, oh, new kitchen or anything.
Yeah.
But then like my mum got one about 10 years ago, but that's the last time. It's only been done once.
Well, and it's like, we're trying to get it done before the baby comes. And like, one is the downstairs where the rat room is. You know, we put the
rat
toilet
room.
in. So the rat room is now really nice, and it's like
It's a
you
lovely
don't
little
think
rat
about
room.
rats at all when you go in there.
No, I
Although
like
we
it.
do
It's
keep
nice.
calling it the rat room.
Yeah.
And then upstairs, the problem was there was a lot of mold, and it was just all really poorly designed. So there was a lot of stagnant water, which was causing mold. And then with a baby, you're just like, you don't really
Where's the stagnant water? Upstairs?
it was a badly designed sink. So what would happen is the water would get trapped behind the sink. And then no matter what you did, like you could clean it every day and it would still get stagnant water and mold. And so we just thought we shouldn't really have that around a baby.
Mold.
Mold.
Mold and rats.
Mold and rats. We were like, you know what? We're going to treat this baby like a king, and we're not going to have any mold or rats. But actually, we do still have mold in the windows, but we can't do anything about that at the moment. But yeah, well, my dad also did things. So when we moved in, like, my dad was really helpful, and like he put the oven in, which was great. But my dad is a bit like me, like very confident about things, but then often wrong. So
Because that's really like good of you to admit to.
thank you, I know that about myself. So he did great. He got
Often
out the
wrong.
old oven that was gross, and then like put in this oven and like had to cut it all and did it. And then he was like, and then we were like, oh, it really smells of gas. And he was like, that's what happens when you put it in an oven. And then Bobby was like, I don't know, like it's not stopping. My dad was like, gas turns off automatically, like you don't have to worry about it. And then Bobby was like, I just think we should worry about it just for a moment. And so then we left to get some food, and Bobby called a gas man, and then the gas man came and he was like, yeah, good job you called because you got a gas leak. and my dad was using one of those things that goes like, and you know, like makes sparks.
A saw? Circular saw?
Yeah, that makes sparks. And so he was doing that in the gassy room, and it was
my God.
just has a very cavalier attitude, which is very impressive, and he does get things done, but there's a real risk to his children's life.
Rat room, mold room, gas room.
Yeah,
Three ways.
Yeah,
Three pretty strong ways to go in this house.
just ways to go. So yeah, that's just been tricky. And then this morning, the builders were in the bathroom, and I was not feeling very well, and then I vomited in a cup, and then the cup was like this big, but then I got like this close to the top of the cup, and I couldn't stop vomiting, and the cup was full of vomit, and then it was just really stressful.
Oh my God, a whole cup of vomit. I've never seen my own vomit. I think I last vomited when I was 18.
What? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I last vomited when I was 18.
What?
And I saw that vomit then, but I haven't vomited since.
You haven't vomited in over 20 years?
Yep.
2 decades?
Yeah.
I vomited multiple times today.
You vomit all the time though. But you're vomiting more now because you're pregnant.
Yeah.
You'd vomit before because you drunk too much.
Yeah, and I've realised how I've got to stop that.
No, I had a very,
You've never vomited from drinking in your adult life?
18. That was the last time.
Why are you...
Not vomiting.
You know why do you go around everything so good all the time?
I don't know if
What
not
a
vomiting
life.
is... I mean, I'm not saying it's something to not be proud of, but I'm not sure it's like a badge of honour.
Elliot, how
To
often
not-
do you vomit?
Once every 2 months, maybe?
Once every 2 months, yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Drinking.
Booze.
From
Yeah.
booze. Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
booze that hard.
Yes, you
But
do.
you never had like food poisoning or anything?
Comes out the other end, that. I've never
okay,
vomited.
so you have
from-
diarrhea regularly.
I vomit out of my bum hole. No, I don't. I've never. Not never, but I haven't like fucking touched wood. Do you touch wood with both hands or just one?
You have to touch it with both hands
No.
and your head. Both hands and your head and your foot.
That's not wood.
That's not wood.
That's not wood.
That's wood.
It's
It's hardwood floor.
It's not. No, it's not.
It's fake wood,
It's
is
actually
it?
fake wood. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I haven't vomited from food poisoning. I don't think I've really had like terrible food poisoning where I'm like ill, like for days. I haven't had that because I'm generally quite.
It's just so great being snail, isn't it?
I generally
Going
just
around,
eat
not
potatoes.
vomiting,
I just eat
eating
potatoes. No, I guess quite a strong constitution.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, probably.
Tend not to vomit on booze that much because I'm not a fucking pussy, and I can take it.
Well, me and Elliot are pussies.
We drink more than you because we're lads.
Yeah, we're just real lads. We can't keep up with all the
Right,
lads.
Harriet, you can have after 2 drinks, you go absolutely mad.
And that's the problem. Then I can't stop because I've gone mad.
Last time I think I can't remember the last time I was hideously drunk and like falling over. Or I haven't blacked out from. Oh yeah, I have. Oh my god.
When?
I was 21.
In Canterbury.
No, I was visiting friends at uni in London, and do you know the game Centurion, which is where you have 100 shots of beer.
100.
You do 100 shots of beer, which is basically 8 pints of beer, but we did it with vodka Red Bulls.
Oh my god, 100 vodka Red Bulls.
And I think I was just out cold. I am surprised none of us died that night. It was absolutely extraordinary what we did.
Well, I collapsed just from 3 Red Bulls in
Just general Red
Churchill's
Bulls.
in Canterbury. Yeah, that was when I wasn't drinking.
Oh my god.
To get an ambulance, yeah, and that's when I
What?
got banned.
Why'd you get an
I was
ambulance?
underage. Because I collapsed in the
No,
pub.
but what were you allergic to something?
No, I'd stopped drinking because I'd just passed my driving test. But then my dad said my body was missing alcohol, and so it was reacting to the Red Bull because it was desperate for the vodka with it. But
Yeah.
it made me collapse.
Well, my friend had a fit because we were skiing for a week and we'd all drunk so much,
ski?
and then on the last day when we were going home, he had no alcohol in his system and his body had a fit.
Yeah. I sympathise with him a lot.
Yeah, I do as well.
Do you actually ski?
I have done, but not very well, and just on the nursery slope.
Oh, okay. It's not very fun.
Yeah, I can skateboard though. I'm a fucking rad surfer as well.
As if you could get yourself onto a board. As if
What, a
you'd be like a
surfboard?
seal trying to get onto a
just like
surfboard.
flopping on. Try not to use my arms. Actually, I'm pretty strong now, Harriet. You'll be looking forward to I've done a promotional video for my personal trainer. That'll be on Instagram soon. Yeah. Showing off my gains, my sick gains.
Whoa. Can't wait to see it. So is this the before and then you'll do the after soon?
No, it's more just like me just talking to the camera going, yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice coming here.
It's really nice escape.
Don't know what I'm going to do now. Well, after you've had the baby, do you want to go like British military fitness in the
Yeah,
park?
should we do
Do
that?
you?
We'll do a 6-week. Yeah, I've got to get back in shape.
You can go to special like people
I
who
was never
help.
in shape, but
But you weren't unfit. Well, you weren't fit, but you weren't like
no, yeah,
you weren't like struggling to get up off the sofa.
no, but now I am. I did. I don't think I told you this. A couple of weeks ago, I did this show. So I was doing. I was opening in Oxford, then I was closing in Windsor,
Yeah.
and so I did.
For Stu Laws.
Yeah, so I did Glee in Oxford, and then I drove to Windsor on the way back to
Right.
close the show for Stu. Stu Law's previous guest, and so he organised it, but he didn't give any details like to anybody about what was happening. And so then he was like, what time are you gonna get there? And I was like, oh, probably around 9:30. And he was like, fine. But they didn't say anything, so I just turned up at the theatre, and then I
Theatre?
went to the loo.
It's in a theatre.
Yeah, the Windsor.
Sounds good. It already sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah. And so and then I went to the loo, and like I was just wandering around, and then I was like, oh, I should probably see what's going on. And so I snuck into the back, and I was watching from the audience.
Yeah.
And Stu was on stage, and so I was watching him, and then I was watching him for quite a while, and then I liked one of his jokes, and then like I texted him being like, oh, that was funny. Like, oh no, there was something funny. The woman in the audience thought it was called Wagamama. She didn't know it was called Wagamama. She thought it was
Wagamama.
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 And so
Yeah.
I sent a pic like Wagamama, and then a crying emoji face as I was just watching at the back. And then he was like looking around, and then he was like trying to look backstage, and then he was like, well, I guess I'll tell you more about myself. And I was like,
Oh, okay. I see where this
weird,
is
like,
going.
It seems like Stu's like stalling for time, like he's trying to fill time. And I was like, what
So you got there at 9:30 and just stood at the back of the and didn't even go backstage to
and I
announce.
watched the show.
Yeah.
So I was watching the show from the back, and then I realised, oh, he's waiting for somebody. I don't know who he's waiting for. And then I was like, I should go and see everybody and see who he's waiting for. So then I went backstage, and then I found Heidi.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, hi. And she was like, oh, Stu's waiting for you on stage. And he's filling time because... And I was like, he didn't tell me there was a rush or like what time
Yeah.
or like where to go or
Yeah,
like who
yeah.
to tell. And he went on stage when I wasn't even there yet. And he didn't say, are you nearly here? Like, I'm going on stage.
He just
you'll
trusted
be on.
you, and that is a mistake we've all made.
He's made a terrible mistake. So then I had to go to the side of the stage, and I was like, Psst, Stu, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then I went on, it was fine. But
At what time were you on stage by? 10. Did you make him do half an hour on his own?
No, he was just filling time.
I hate that. The like
It's his own fault.
Have you ever done it? You've done MCing gigs where they're like, "Can you just go on a bit, just a
it's
bit
the
more?" And
worst.
I'm like, what is that? I don't know what to do now.
Just give them a break, you know.
Fucking give them an
Why do you have to
actual
listen to
interval.
me? Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to fill time on stage. I know how to fill time now because it's like a normal chat. But
And
when
there's
you
a pressure to be funny.
no, I don't feel that. It's more just like, well, I mean, it's not. You know,
That will be good.
what do you want?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What's your name? What do you do?
That's a nice name.
We have to go soon because we have a gig together.
Yeah, we have to stop
We have to stop
doing gigs
meeting
together.
like this, doing gigs together.
When we do gigs together, it's usually like quite a stressful experience
yeah,
getting
why
there.
is it so stressful?
I will never forget Barnstaple 2016.
I'll never forget. No, I do. I don't remember that.
2017?
Yeah. What?
When we were 4 hours late or 3 hours late for the
You
gig.
go on about this every single episode. You weren't that stressed about it at the time.
Well, there's nothing I could do. I wouldn't get stressed about it when there's nothing to do about it.
I get stressed about things that there's nothing I can do all the time.
What are you stressed about?
I got really stressed the other day because I had to make a decision, and I just can't.
What was the decision?
It was about I got my Edinburgh photos tour
Oh,
Edinburgh photos.
photos
and I
are tough to make a
about
decision
my
about.
face.
Yeah.
Then I had to make a decision about tiles, and then I had to make a decision. Like I just
Decision
can't make
fatigue.
decision. Then I got decision fatigue, and then I was like crying, and then Bobby was like, "I just."
Yeah, no, I wouldn't cry about that.
Yeah, but
I
I've
was
been
making-
crying a lot recently.
Yeah, but you have your hormonal. Whatever it is, I don't know. I was trying to make a decision the other day that took longer than I thought it would. Like, it took me at least like 10 minutes to make this decision, and I was like, what?
COVID.
What?
Well, it's been a difficult year.
I was between like
brain fog.
orange Lucozade or raspberry Lucozade. On the
Obviously raspberry. What do you go with?
orange. I was like, of course
No.
I like the original. That's why I get
No,
Lucozade.
no. But is it original or is it orange? They're different.
Are they? I thought the original was orange. I mean the squeezy bottle one.
Oh, a sports drink.
Yeah, ever since you gave me it here, I've been fucking addicted to
Yes,
it.
I know.
They're really
it
nice.
Gets me out the house.
I have it
yeah.
after workouts to replenish electrolytes.
You should get the sugar-free ones though.
You should get the sugar-free ones.
I'm pregnant, so I don't actually have to. I can have everything what I want.
No, but you just should.
It's not about what I want. It's about what the baby wants. I'm not. I was on stage and then I started coughing, and then I started because I have been burping a bit. I think I told you this. Did I tell you this?
You were
I've been
burping earlier
burping.
in this podcast.
No, I didn't.
Or you tried to. You almost did. You were like,
No, that was yawn, and I felt really rude because you were telling a story.
Was I?
And then I was yawning quite visibly at the beginning. But I've never been a burpy person. But the baby is a burper, and so the baby burps through me. And I said this on stage the other day, and I said, "Is a scientist in?" And no one was a scientist, but I think it's definitely
is there
true.
a general scientist?
It's a scientist, but it burps and it comes out through me because I've never been a burper.
There should be a new sort of job where, like, you just be like a person that someone asks you a question and you know the answer.
Yeah, that would be really helpful for me. Actually.
Scientist.
Yeah, maybe a scientist. Or Google.
Google's not really. Google's like too many different opinions. I just want the right one. I want the right answer.
I just want to know if it's me burping or the baby burping through me.
It's you burping.
It's not. I'm not a burper, Snell. I can't have changed my whole personality.
Yeah, you're a burper.
I'm not a burper.
Why are you embarrassed about the fact you burp?
Look, if I was a burper, I'd own up to it, but I'm not a burper. The baby's a burper. Got a refund from ASOS on the way. That's pretty good.
You can't be checking your emails.
I know. Sorry, I was just got a message from Elliot as well.
Elliot's right
It's
here.
about you. I'm so tired. Okay.
Have you had enough now?
Well, we have to go.
Oh, yeah, we actually have to go to the gig.
We have to go to a gig. We're doing a gig together.
I hope you enjoyed the return of the orange shirt.
Pumpkin's back. Pumpkin's back. You need to get a red one for Christmas.
No.
Santa's back.
Santa's back.
Also, we have a thing that if everybody on social media, please have a look. Does Sunil not look and dress just like Logan Roy? from
Logan Roy wouldn't
Succession?
wear this shirt.
Me and Bobby are obsessed. We're watching Succession, and we're like, look how Logan walks. He walks just like Sunil. Just watch it. Is Sunil a 70-year-old billionaire? It's the question we need to
Moonlighting.
ask. Moonlighting as a pumpkin comic.
Pumpkin comic. Yeah. Yeah, do ignore what she just said.
No.
I'm not a 70-year... All right,
Is
fine.
he 80 maybe?
I think he's a bit older, isn't he? But he's
Yeah.
had like a number of wives, hasn't he?
Number of wives.
Continues having children as he gets...
Oh,
Has he got...
that would be good if he had a child now.
I don't know. You could do. I could have a
It's
child when I
so
was
good,
80.
Succession.
Be mad if I had a
I
child
can
when I was
imagine
80.
doing that, yeah.
Why?
Maybe you'll have a child soon. Maybe you already have a child. Maybe Elliot is your child. And he's come here to... he just smiles.
No child of mine will produce a podcast. I've said that from the
He's
off.
come here to get to know you, and he's just ended up working for your podcast, and he has to listen to all your awful opinions.
I don't have awful opinions. I have very good opinions that are justified and thought through.
Will you leave Elliot your crypto money?
No.
Oh,
It will go to charity.
dog charity.
No.
What charity?
A basket of different charities.
A basket charity. For baskets.
It will go to...
Fortnum and Masons. People that want Christmas hampers.
What's the least good charity?
Donkeys.
Elliot said donkeys.
What?
No,
Donkeys?
Elliot. They're
Donkeys
so
are nice.
sad, the donkeys. But they get so much money. I remember hearing about, I think
Yeah,
the guide dogs get a lot of money. Maybe I think the worst charity would be like something like for maybe something for like women that want to go to Pizza Express.
If that's a charity, I need to find it.
Well, if you just give the money over here, then
Oh, it's you. The charity is
Go to
Harriet
Pizza
Kemsey.
Express.
Harriet Kemsey is the worst charity you can give money to. But please continue subscribing to the Patreon.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.